Oh.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome back.
What is good? How y'all doing?
We're trying something new.
Yeah, we didn't even really have time to test to see if we even had it placed in the right spot. Got our little background going on here.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I shocked myself again. I'm so tired of being shocked. Like, seriously.
She's staticky.
Nothing makes me more irritated than being shocked. At Costco, when we go to Costco, it's the worst because I don't even know like how it happens, but I'll just be pushing the cart and then it's constantly like zap 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 like on my fingers, just holding the cart. So yeah.
You one staticky ass.
And then I'll get so annoyed and I'd have to tell him, "You push the cart, I'm done." Overstimulated and irritated. Overstimulated and irritated.
All right.
Hello, just me. I'm gonna add the link right here.
Boop boopy doo. So I'm still waking up per usual. It's all good because I actually got me a good nap. My sleep schedule was messed up over the past few days because of my tooth. Because a little shipping fiasco made it to where I wasn't able to get my newest bottle of my pills for my teeth. I've been working on healing a tooth. And I found a fucking supplement that's like a miracle sent by God that remineralizes your teeth. And this is the first time in the history of my fucked up mouth that I've ever had a mind-bending toothache just disappear. And it took about a month and a half for it to start getting better. And then I was going to go buy my third bottle. And some shipping delay, something happened. So I ended up having to go a week without taking it. And then yesterday, for the first time in almost 2 months, I started feeling pressure throbbing and building up in here. And I couldn't get to sleep and couldn't stay asleep. And it was a pain in the ass, but it finally showed up. So
that makes me wonder how long you're going to have to continue like eating those for.
I mean, with as bad as my tooth is, probably a while. This is a bad tooth. It was really bad. Yeah. It's like there's nothing left of it, you know? Mm-hmm. So to just remineralize and close off the cavity is probably going to take a good 6 to 8 months. I mean, I'm willing to take them for a year. I don't care. But I'm going into it with the mindset of, you know, I'm probably going to have to dedicate a lot of time into it.
Yeah. But then we were talking about how like your teeth might start growing back under your crowns.
Yeah, that freaked me out. Because if you read the reviews on Amazon, people are talking about how their fillings are popping out and refilling. Their teeth are refilling. Because basically all this is just a bunch of nutrients and vitamins that we don't have in our diet. From bone marrow, organ meat, liver, and shit like that, fish eggs. And I think it's the bone marrow mainly that's doing it. We should have bone marrow in our diet, and we don't. And now I'm freaking out because I'm like, well, I got fucking crowns on. What if my little nubs start getting fatter and my crowns break? That would suck.
That would really suck.
That would suck ass.
I wonder if they offer refunds for your crowns. Oh. Like, I wonder if there's like a warranty on them.
No.
There should be. Because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I got discounts for bringing tarot cards to the dentist office and doing tarot readings for the people that work at the dentist. So I got them at a discount price.
Yeah. I don't remember how much she would give you as a discount.
I don't remember.
It was pretty generous. She was really cool. We need to go see her again. I need to go get a cleaning. Oh gosh. I'm past due for a cleaning because last time I went to get a cleaning, like I got all, I don't want to say drugged up, but like they give me like anxiety pills, you know? So I was like feeling good. I was like, I'm about to get my teeth cleaned. And all they did was like take the x-rays and then poke around in my teeth. And then they're like, oh, you need a deep clean. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, so you're gonna have to come back for that. I'm like, why can't I just do a cleaning? That's what I came for, is a clean. And I was like, aren't I doing that today? They're like, no, you just came for a checkup. I'm like, I'm all fucked up for nothing now. And he had to come get me, of course. I can't drive like that. But it was just annoying because your insurance obviously covers cleaning. And then it's kind of like they want to charge you extra for like a deep clean and this and that when you probably don't even really need that. And we saw a different provider that time. It wasn't our normal girl. It was like super like straight up, and she always doesn't want to do like extra if we don't have to. And I love her. She's the best.
Yeah, she was cool.
I don't want to see anyone else but her. She's the only one I let touch my mouth, and she's a Cancer, so you know she has like that little like that loving like touch, and I don't know. I just love her energy. If anyone's gonna touch my mouth, they're gonna be a water sign. Okay. Okay, so somebody wants to know what's the name of those pills.
Oh, Strong Jaw Tooth Restore. I can go grab the bottle.
Okay. Michelle, I'm seeing what you wrote. You paid for a reading at one point, but got lost in the mix. Did we not do yours? Or did you not find it where it was? Because I can help you find it if you need to know where it was. You never got it?
What's going on?
When did you buy it? I mean, you could buy another one too, and then I can show you where yours is. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Strong Jaw.
These dudes right here. You find them on Amazon. It's not cheap. These are not cheap, but it's worth every fucking penny. I was desperate, dude. I had a tooth that was going so bad. And I'm just so sick of going to the dentist and getting teeth pulled. I don't really have much left to chew with back here. Most of my teeth are just all in the front for looks only. I don't really have a lot of chewing teeth left back here, so I was like, I want to try to heal this motherfucker, dude. And I don't know how I stumbled across these, but I was reading all these really good reviews, and I was like, fuck it, I'm desperate. And it's a slow process. This is not a quick overnight process. So it's not like in a couple of days, it's going to fix your teeth, because it remineralizes your teeth from the inside at the deepest level. It took me about a month and a half of taking this before the pain started going away and my teeth started getting so strong. And but it only took me a week of not taking it before I started feeling pressure again. So I just started taking it again yesterday, and I'm feeling pretty good now. But yeah, Strong Jaw Tooth Restore. Slow process. You got to be patient, be real patient. And it's not cheap. Now, I don't think so. It's $70, $65, $70. To me, that's not cheap.
Wants to know if you had an abscess. I think he may have had an abscess.
I think I did.
We use what is it? Oregano oil?
Oil, oregano, yeah. Oregano.
I make our own. I mean, we can't tell you to do that because,
yeah, it's not medical advice.
It's not medical advice. That's just what we do here in our home.
Yeah.
Anytime I have an infection or anything, I just use that and it goes away. But that's what works for us.
And frequencies, reconnective healing frequencies. That's the way we deal with sicknesses, infections, and stuff in our house. Very rarely do we ever go see a doctor. Like, very rarely. That'd have to be like an emergency, like a broken bone or something.
Yeah. Garlic is amazing for infection. I think garlic is really good. You know what else is really good too? I'm gonna say that, so I'm gonna get started. I saw a video on this and I was skeptical, but I tried it. You get the avocado seed and you like cut it up. It doesn't seem like it's something you could cut up, but you can, and like cut it into like little pieces. And then you put it inside of, I did a glass spray bottle, like the ones with like this thingy on it. And then you fill it up with like the 90% rubbing alcohol. And then you like leave it there for a couple of days and like you shake it. And then when you're in pain somewhere on your body, you spray it and the pain literally goes away. It comes back after like 10 minutes or something. Or I don't really know how long because I've never really been in pain enough where I needed it. But it's really good if you're looking for pain relief. What happened with Nevaeh? Didn't she like sprain her ankle? She didn't sprain her ankle. She twisted her ankle in soccer. And she was literally limping like, remember at practice, or she hurt herself at school and then she had practice and she was just limping away. And then I gave her some of that in like a little like travel spray bottle. And she's like, oh my God, what is this? It works. And right away, it took away all my pain. So yeah, garlic is really good though too. All right, let's get started with our list. First we have Brenda, who's a Gemini.
Brenda.
What are Poncho's feelings / intentions towards me? He ghosted me about a year ago, but can't get him off my mind.
Ghosted you. So when you say ghosted you, just I'm putting the intention into it that means stop talking randomly, right? Sometimes some people have a different definition for what they think ghosted means. When I say ghosted, what I mean is out of nowhere, no warning, nothing went wrong. There was no argument. Just stopped talking. Poof, just disappeared. Sometimes people say that a person ghosted them after an argument. That's not ghosting. If y'all got into an argument first, that's not ghosting. But, devil card. Well, if you're in the chat, how long have you all been dealing with each other? Because it doesn't really look like this person's even trying to settle down with anybody. With the devil card, Empress reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, it looks like this individual is a game player is an understatement. The Knight of Wands reversed is a childish, immature game player. It's one thing to have the King of Wands reversed. He's a mature game player, and he's learned a few things and learned how to play the game over the years. The Knight of Wands reversed is like a kid, just playing games, So it's hard to say. I mean, it doesn't really look like this person ever had intentions of settling down with anyone. And probably still doesn't. With that devil card there. Let me see what the second spread says. Two more. Here's one. And two. Seven of Cups. Playing the field, exploring other options. I think this person, there's a devil card again. So this is a classic example of deep down inside, I really want a relationship. But I don't even know how to say this, where somebody wants a relationship, but they want to go out and play around and shop around to try to find it.
They want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Because I remember I used to be that way. And like way back in the day when I was younger, that would be the majority of the partying that I would do and the stupid shit that I would do was all in trying to find that relationship. But I don't know what made me think I was going to find it by going out and partying and all this stupid shit, you know? And I don't really know how to put that into words.
How else are you supposed to find someone when you're young? I mean,
I don't know. But
in your case,
what's this person's feelings and intentions towards you? I kind of feel like this person is like running from this, and you're probably not the only person that he's ghosted. I'm not allowed to spy on the details of his life, but people carrying this energy right here, it doesn't take too long before multiple people are sitting around wondering, you know, what the hell is going on? Now, this will probably catch up to this person at some point in time later on down the line. But right now, they're just running from it. I think that's the way he lives his life. Burn a bridge, run from it. Burn that bridge and run from it. Burn that bridge and run from it. So right now, this person's just kind of running from it. But it'll catch up to him at some point later on down the line. I think that he'll realize that he made a stupid mistake, but at that point, it'll probably be too late. Probably. Yeah, the universe did you a favor. This is not somebody you need in your life. You dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. When somebody ghosts you, it always boils down to one point. They're hiding something and they're not who you think they are. Period. So.
I just want to also say this is your last chance to get the Manifesting Financial Abundance course if you haven't gotten it yet, or the bundle, or I know we've had this course up for like, what, 2 months now?
This is the second month.
It's been up for a while. We're going to take it down, and we're going to be putting something else up in the meantime until he launches that other course, which I don't know, hopefully before.
I got to figure out how to close it out.
And it's been so much time. Now we got to revisit what he's already done. It's a process. Anyways, we're going to give you guys another course in the meantime. So if you didn't already get that course and you wanted to get it before it's gone, I don't know when we're going to have that one go back up because we're going to try to like rotate them. No. There's the link for that there.
And the Financial Abundance course is important too, because that so far is the only course where I talk about the quantum physics behind how manifestation works. You know, it goes beyond just explaining it, you know, how people use analogies and this and that. Mm-hmm. Everybody does that. This is the actual science behind it. This is the quantum physics behind how the manifestation process works and how you affect it. And yeah, so I think it's a really important course. But yeah, we're kind of I'm having a hard time figuring out how I'm going to close it out.
Well, there's just so many different ways you can go about it. And then also we're like trying to figure out if we want to add more. And I'm probably going to be adding like a little journal with it. And like, we got to figure out all the logistics of that. So in due time, it will happen in divine time when it's supposed to. But anyways, yeah, we're going to be getting rid of that one sometime this week. So there's that. All right. Next we have Nick, who is a Taurus. It says, "Do my ex and I have unfinished business."
So you mean soul contract wise, right? Ooh, I love it when it happens like that. World card upright. No, this is a successfully completed soul contract. So that was quick. First card that came out. World card upright. No unfinished business. Okay, well, usually I have to dig, but that came out as the very first card. Let's see what this one wants to say. Five of Wands reversed. Okay. So, no unfinished business, but that doesn't mean that you're just going to be able to walk away from that and let go, move on, and forget about it. There's still going to be a healing and releasing process that has to happen. So just keep that in mind. I don't know how long you all have been separated. If it's something new, just recent within the past month or so, if I was you, I would dedicate 2026 to releasing this and healing from it. Because it takes time. Takes time. I don't know why most people get so irritated when I tell them that. They don't want to hear how long it takes to release somebody's energy, but it takes time. So no unfinished business, but that, again, still work on releasing it.
Oh, are we done?
Yep, that was a short one.
Here, do you want to help me drink this? I kind of don't like these anymore. Like the aftertaste, it kind of makes my mouth feel like not cakey, but like there's this weird aftertaste that I don't like.
Such a saggy. Every time she gets obsessed with something, she's obsessed with it for a very short period of time, and then she's tired of it. That's saggy energy right there.
Oops. We like variety. We get bored easily. Okay, next.
But I could live on pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my life. All right.
Next is for Alice, who's a Gemini. Will I ever have a relationship with my children? They are currently living with their father. I had them taken away from me when I was heavy into my addiction and lost custody. They are 11 and 15, and I haven't talked to them in 6 years.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well, let's see the soul contracts, I guess. And the life path. Ace of Cups upright. World card reversed. Okay, well, this hasn't quite come full circle yet. So this is a karmic contract, which I figured most parent and child relationships are. Yeah, part of the soul contract is... I don't even know how to explain this. It's like, you see this happen a lot. A parent fucks up, and then the child grows up with some anger and resentment and animosity. And then when the child grows up and gets out there into the world and sees how hard it is and realizes that you were doing the best you could with what you had, and then it should come full circle where they release that animosity and hopefully can form a relationship with you of some sort. I think so. I think that's part of the soul contract, is that they end up having to experience what they judged, and then they see it's not as easy as they thought. I know that's what happened to me with my parents. I grew up with all kinds of anger and resentment, and then I found myself homeless, living under a bridge with 2 kids that I couldn't take care of. And I was like, damn, dude. I was born to a 16-year-old mom and a 23-year-old alcoholic dad. No fucking wonder, you know? Three of Wands reversed, 9 of Wands, Devil reversed. Yeah, I think that's part of the soul contract. I think so. The addiction and the drama and all that shit. I think that was part of it. And it hasn't quite come full circle yet. Not really. could take a while before they grow up and they see how hard life is, you know. And I think so. That's part of the soul contract. If not, well, then the karmic tie will still be wide open and you'll have to come back and try it again in a different lifetime. But yeah, I think so.
Can I have my drink? I said if you want some. I said you could have some. I think that's what I said, right?
You said, can you help me drink it? But then you talked about it like it was disgusting.
I know, but I still want it. It's our only energy drink. Yeah. Okay, next is Marianne, who's a Leo. Will I get approved to move into a new apartment? I submitted an application for one and hoping to get it.
Well, first let me look at your path. 6 of coins reverse. Okay. Well, yeah. It is time for you to move. So you are being destabilized. Okay, that's good. As far as the one specifically that you applied for, sometimes that can be a pain in the ass process. When it's time to get up and move, which door the universe wants you to walk through. Knight of Wands. Yeah, so Ace of Swords reversed, Page of Swords upright. I don't know. See, I don't know how to explain this. Where you are on your timeline and where you're headed has to play out with your soul contracts and the rest of your contracts, missions, and assignments in your lifetime. And you have a very specific soul contract that you're going to be entering into over the next year or two. And I don't know if this particular apartment would put you on a timeline where you'll be able to meet up with that person.
Oh, that's crazy. I said that's crazy.
So I would imagine that if you've come to me asking about this, you probably applied for it a while back and haven't heard from it. If you haven't heard back, I would take that as a no from the universe. Be careful trying to kick a door down, metaphorically speaking. Be careful with that. If a door doesn't open, and I know when it comes to moving, this can be the biggest pain in the ass because you have to pay to apply, you know, and depending on what state you're in, there's some landlords that'll just suck up all the application fees, you know. It's shady. But yeah, if the door doesn't open soon, I would take that as a no from the universe, because you have very, very specific soul contracts you're going to be entering into. And this move right here probably wouldn't put you in line for that. So there's more energy working against it than for it.
Aren't application fees so stupid? Like, what is the point? What is that for? Is it just to cover the background check?
I mean, that's probably what they're going to say on paper, but a lot of places don't even do a background check.
Like $50?
Yeah.
To submit an application. It should be like application should be free, and then when they pick you or want to move forward with you, then you just pay the background check cost.
Just a bunch. It's just a way for them to get money out of it.
It is. I am just like so over Earth, man. All right. Next we have Jaylene, who's an Aquarius. Hey, Rich, a longtime follower here. Thank you for doing these readings for us. My question is, do you see a possible promotion by the end of this year for me?
Promotion. Page of Wands. King of Swords reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. I don't know about the end of the year. I had a feeling. Empress reversed and the World card. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like it's getting to a point where your cycle is wrapping up and coming to a close. And at some point in time in the next few years, you might be transitioning away from that. A lot of times when you're on a temporary path, the universe is really picky about allowing things to happen that are going to make you want to dig your heels in and stay there. If in the next year or two, you're going to be divinely guided off that path, then a lot of times the universe won't let you get too comfortable. So that when it's time for you to move on, you'll do that willingly, you know? So Ace of Pentacles reversed. I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see what the second spread says. Ace of Cups reverse. Probably not by the end of the year. Probably not. The only thing that I could really advise, and you got to be careful with this, is playing around with some manifestation techniques. Now, I'm not talking about going all crazy into figuring out the science behind manifestation. You only really want to do that when you're trying to manifest something big and life-changing. So if you're, that's a B-type manifestation. So if you're working on an A-type manifestation, which is something small, a promotion at work, a new car, new apartment, you know, little things that are like things you've experienced before, I would just go to YouTube, type in how to manifest a promotion at work, and hundreds of videos are going to pop up, and just go through and start doing one a day. That's actually never failed me. Sometimes it can take a little bit, but I've always been able to make shit happen doing that. But yeah, don't resort to that if you're trying to manifest something that's going to change your life. But something small like that. But again, you got to be careful with that, because if you do end up manifesting some sort of promotion and it's time for you to be divinely guided off that path, you might want to listen so the universe doesn't have to come pull the rug out from under you.
Okay, next is for Anne, who is a Cancer. Will my ex-husband ever reach out?
Two of Wands reversed. If you're in the chat, have you all been separated for a long time? It's kind of looking like this person has his mind made up right now, at least. Yeah. Right now, in the current moment, he's got his mind made up. He's made a solid decision to move forward from this.
Oh, wait. I'm a Virgo. He's a Cancer. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, right now it looks like he's pretty stuck in his ways. Right now, I don't know how long it's been. It's looking like he's pretty stuck in his ways right now, at least. Does it say in there if they've been together or have been apart for a long time?
Oh, how long? Well, they're in the chat. What did you want to ask?
How long have y'all been separated? Three of Wands reverse. And Hangman reverse. Very stuck in his ways.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Okay, well, then it's probably pretty set in stone. Probably pretty stuck in his ways. The reason I ask that is because a lot of times when people separate, they stay stuck in their ways in the beginning, you know, but then after some time passes and they, you know, collect themselves and the dust settles and they get some time to sit and think and, you know, then things can change. But if it's been a long time with this energy right here, probably not. Probably not. What I would recommend to you is write him a closure message. I know y'all hear me say this a lot, and for some reason it seems like no matter how I explain this, I don't think people fully understand what it means. Maybe I shouldn't use the word closure, because all it is clearing the air and clearing the energy between the two of you. That's all it means. So if I was you, I would shoot him a message just saying, hey, I just want you to know there's no ill will coming from me. The air is clear on my end. I don't hold any animosity towards you. I don't hold any anger towards you. I just want to let you know that. And then you have to let that sink in for a little bit. You have to. All it means is clearing the air. Don't even think about what we're going to do next until the air is clear. Because you never know. A lot of times, more often than not, if you clear the air and you wait a few months and let that sink in a few months, you very well may have no interest in revisiting it. You don't know until the air is clear. You have to clear the air first. Sometimes people say, yeah, but I don't know if I'm ready to move on. Don't worry about if you're going to move on yet or not. That's not the point. The point isn't that we're moving on or we're not moving on. The point is I'm clearing the air and clearing the energy between the two of us. And then if you do that, give it 2 or 3 months. You might end up looking back on it like, you know what? I'm all right with it. I'm cool with it. Or maybe you'll say, now we can finally come together and try this again with a clean slate. So that's what I would recommend doing. Shoot a closure message, let it sink in for a few months, and then ask yourself how you feel about it. And then cross the next bridge when you get to it.
She said that, yeah, he's very stubborn. I feel him still in my energy. So, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Michelle on Maui, who is a Cancer. Should I move off island? I'm on Maui. Y'all come stay with me anytime, by the way. But if you move off Maui, then how are we going to go to Maui? Maui is in Hawaii, right?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think
it's like one of the islands, right? Oh, so maybe you want to go to a different island? Or somewhere else completely.
Judgment reverse, world card reverse. Well, your cycle is not quite complete yet. So whenever somebody asks me a should I question like that, and it's in regards to something like a move or change of jobs or something like that. The only thing I can really look at is if your cycle is complete where you're at, and yours isn't quite complete yet. Not quite. So if you did try to do that, it might be kind of difficult. Chariot reversed. Might be a little bit difficult to get that movement to pick up and happen. But now what is incomplete? I don't know. Soul contracts, lessons, missions, assignments. It's hard to say, but there's still something incomplete where you're at. Yeah, see? And the karmic wheel reversed. So it depends on what you want. I don't ever want to be the person that tells you that, you know, you should or shouldn't do something. But there is a reason why you are where you are. And what I would do if I was you, if you really want to move off the island or whatever, I would start taking action towards it and see if the universe will open that door and let it happen. If you put out a strong enough call to the universe that, you know, no, I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't want to play that game no more. And you push your way through to a new timeline, then you can do whatever you want. But if you're wanting to walk a smooth path, then probably not. Probably not. So there's still some unfinished business where you are.
Okay, next we have Shelly, who is a Libra. Hi, it's my birthday next week, and I want to know if you see a new love connection coming in for me. And happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Remember? I didn't do it exactly like she does it.
She said, happy birthday.
What was their, where are they from?
Russia.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
So we had some friends from Russia, and we went and hung out with them a couple years ago, and it was on her birthday. And wherever we were out eating, they brought a little like cake or whatever, and it had the sparkler, and we were singing happy birthday. And the friend who was a lady, Russian lady, real strong Russian accent, took a video of it and then sent it to us, and you could hear her singing into the phone like really loud, happy birthday to you. It was funny.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're really cool. That was fun.
Yeah. 7 of Wands, death reversed. So what I'm kind of curious about is, did you mean, is there going to be a love interest next week? Is that why? Because you said it's your birthday next week. Are you wondering if there's going to be a new love interest for your birthday?
Yeah, everybody needs that birthday sex. You can't be single on your birthday.
You don't need a relationship for that.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It just a love connection. I mean, connecting for the birthday. I mean.
Probably not, honestly. It's still saying that you're in the middle of a healing process. So, Knight of Swords reversed. 9 and 10 of Swords reversed. Yeah, I don't know about within the next week. I don't know about all that. I don't know if you're in the chat how long ago your last relationship came to an end. But this is telling me that you're still guarded. So even if there was a love interest, you might not even want to let them in right now. You still got your guard up. And I mean, if your last relationship ended recently, that would make sense. That would be sensible. You don't really want to let somebody else in while you're still covered in someone else's energy. Unless you're a really skilled energy worker. And you know how to sort through all that shit. Let's see. Page of Wands reversed. Nine of Pentacles. Page of Cups reversed. I do think that there is someone new due to come in, but again, it's telling me that you still kind of got your guard up a little bit. So I don't know if this is going to happen in the next week. Now, I'm funny about time frames. I'm real funny about time frames because I'm a manifester. You can't manifest something while obsessing over the time frame. Obsessing over the time frame will get in the way and block it and prevent it from happening. And there's science behind that too. That's what's in my manifestation course. The financial abundance, the science behind it will explain why that happens that way. But if I had to give it a time frame, probably not in the year 2025. Probably not. So you might want to, depending on how long you've been single, like I said, take the rest of 2025 to just chill, clear your fucking energy out, be focused on nothing but what energy you're taking with you into 2026 and what you're clearing out and leaving behind. Because that's what the next 3 months is going to be about. Once we hit that month, October, dude, it's cleaning house time. Time to clean house. So what energy am I leaving behind? And, you know, anything else that wants to come in, you leave the door open for that. But focus mainly on what energy you're releasing and leaving behind.
Okay, next we have Amanda, who is a Virgo. My friend is in rehab. Do you think he is going to stay clean when he gets out?
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, man. That's a tough one. Well, the question is, why is she in rehab? Is it a she? He. Why is he in rehab? Is he in rehab because he made the conscious decision to go? Or because he has to? Like, is it a term of probation, or maybe everybody gave him an ultimatum? You see that a lot. You know, family or girlfriend or boyfriend or somebody close, people who are close to him, give them an ultimatum and tell them they have to, and guilt trip them and shame them into going. Believe it or not, that plays a huge role. If somebody's in rehab because they have to be, probably not. Probably not. But let's just see the energy strength card. See, that's what happens every time. That's what happens every time. People don't really understand that when it comes to addiction, it's not the substance that's the problem. The substance is the solution. The problem is you got one of these little fuckers attached to you, and it makes living in your own skin a fucking miserable nightmare. And the substance is just to try to gain some relief from this feeling right here. And if we're not actually focusing on the real problem, then no matter what we do, you know, I can go to rehab, it's basically abstinence. Sobriety and abstinence are two different things. Just abstaining from it, you know, it's just going to keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier until eventually we end up going back. So I don't know. It doesn't. Right now, it doesn't really look like the actual problem is being focused on. right? That's the thing with rehabs and AA and NA and all that stuff. It doesn't focus on the actual problem. That's one of the hardest things. Well, let's just put it like this. In the coming years, we are going to be previewed to technologies and whatnot that can reset your brain. But here lately, for the past few decades, not really, not quite so much. King of Cups reversed. Yeah, I kind of have an idea that he's in rehab because he has to be. Or best case scenario is going to rehab to try to make somebody else happy. Right? And I don't know, that'll last for a little bit. And that's why, you know, you see these people who they have to keep going to meetings their whole life. I remember, because I've been in and out of rehabs and AAs and NAs. Oh, God, all throughout my 20s. I lived in that environment for years. And there'd be people like come in and, hey, my name's Jim. I'm an alcoholic. Today, I've been sober for 35 years. And like, God damn, 35 fucking years and you're still coming and doing this every week? Oh yeah, you got to keep coming back. Got to keep coming back. I'm an alcoholic. I have a disease, so I got to keep coming back. And this is what keeps me sober. I'm like, fuck that. I would almost rather be an alcoholic than have to live in AA. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because it doesn't tackle the actual problem. I mean, it helps you abstain from it. It helps keep reminding you that, you know, I just got to stay sober one more day. But it doesn't tackle the actual problem. That demon is still, you know, down here in the pit of your soul. So unless this person, right, all I can tell you is right now, it doesn't look like the problem is being tackled. So, yeah. Anyway.
All right, next is for Chantra, who's a Scorpio. What does the next month bring for new relationships? You are the real deal, golden. You have beautiful light. Thank you for getting me through the worst breakup ever. Aww. I'm in a something, I don't know what it really is yet. I had a horrible breakup, but I'm over it truly. And this person is exciting. And I don't get sparked by just anyone. Can we do an energy check between me and this person?
Okay, so there's a new love interest. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, careful. The worst breakup ever. You're not going to just get over that very quickly. And that's what the mistake that most people make. In order to make a vibrational change out of that energy, to completely transmute and release that person's energy, that's going to be a process that takes time. It takes time. You can do all kinds of things to distract yourself from it, but actually making a frequency change and releasing someone's energy, especially the worst breakup ever, that's going to take time. Do not make the mistake of thinking that you got over it in a couple of months. It doesn't happen. So let me just see the soul contract between you and this person that you're dealing with. And especially, like I sit and explain this all the time, we don't want to let a relationship form off of that invigorating explosion of emotions that you get when you first meet someone new. That we don't want that feeling in the driver's seat, because that feeling is temporary. Those sparks that you feel, that's going to wear off, period. It's going to wear off at some point. And whenever it does, what's going to be left is the energy you were carrying right before you met them. Because that's the energy. Those sparks are covering up all that pain. And then once the sparks wear off, then that pain is going to bubble back up to the surface. I'm thinking that the main reason why you and this person came together was to alter the trajectory of your life path. I think so. This is a very near and dear member of your soul family, and it's helping alter the course of your path. King of Wands reverse, 7 of Cups.
She's saying it wasn't quick. I don't know if you said something in the beginning. I've been kind of waiting for you to finish. Maybe you asked about how fast this happened, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it was less than a year, that's quick.
And then she said, I knew I did everything I could. When it was done, it was done.
King of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. Death reversed. Okay. All right. So the primary reason why you and this person came together was to alter the course of your path. If you do want to work towards trying to lay a solid foundation with this individual, be careful. And like I said, this is the hard part. The hard part is when there's a lot of pain going on in here and something is numbing that pain. It's hard to think straight through that. You know, that's very challenging and very difficult. But if you can manage to keep your head above water so that you can get some air and think straight and think clearly, the sparks will wear off at the latest 6 months to a year, but it'll wear off. And if you can kind of keep a level head throughout that period until it wears off, and you all could focus on the real connection. The real connection isn't the sparks and the fireworks. That's a pleasure response. And then the real connection is underneath all that. You could do that. You could do that. But the primary reason why this person came into your life was to alter the course of your path. So, yeah, I think there is room for a relationship here. There is. But I don't think that was the primary cause of this connection. So I'm not going to tell you not to go for that. I'm just going to say do the best you can to keep a level head and focus on the connection underneath of the sparks. Okay? Because those are going to wear off. So take it slow. Take it slow.
Okay, next we have Leanne, who is a Libra. Will I get a new place for me and my disabled son soon? And then it says, I had a financial situation that led me to move before I got evicted, but the balance owed is on my credit report. I'm fighting that now. Yeah.
So you already moved? I'm a little confused. You did already move or you haven't?
Maybe they had to move out of their previous place and now they're trying to get into a new one. So it said, a financial situation led me to move before I got evicted. And then it sounds like there's issues on like the credit report. So it's hard to get like approved probably if that's happening.
I kind of feel like this is going to be a slow, long, drawn-out, pain-in-the-ass process, honestly. Because taking a look at your path, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Empress, that looks like this is part of your path, honestly. So as annoying as it must be, the majority of the challenges and the obstacles that we face in this lifetime, we plan those challenges and obstacles before we come in here. And I think this is one of those things. I think, honestly, I don't know what you call soon. I don't know what you call that. But this is happening for a very specific reason. It's putting you on a very specific path. Definitely. Well, I never say anything's definite, so let me pull back on that. 80 to 90% chance that within the next 1 year period, yes, you'll end up in a different place. But I think, like I said, there's going to be some unexpected twists and turns that end up happening in ways that you do not have planned. It's going to be unexpected. Let me see what the second spread says. I didn't bring all the decks out here that I normally do.
She said, I live with my daughter and my son live with my oldest son. So he's obviously staying with someone else.
Knight of Swords reversed, yeah. And Magician reversed. It's going to be probably a pain in the ass journey. Chariot, though, so you got about an 85 to 90% chance that, yes, you'll be in a new place within the next 365 days. I just think it's going to be a very unexpected journey that, you know, one of these days, 3 to 5 years from now, this whole situation is going to be a fart in the wind. And if you take a look back at it, it's going to be a kind of an interesting story to tell. It's going to be one of them things that sucks to go through, but it's fun to tell the story, you know? So I don't know what you call soon, and I don't even know if I would say soon. But yeah, this is happening for a very specific reason. And you'll see, too, once it's all said and done, that there's no way where you're going to end up. There's no way that you could have made all of that happen on your own. Like, you know, there's going to be crazy exceptions, you know, and like, for example, us living in this house, you know, we were actually supposed to be right down the street. Mm-hmm. And then squatters broke into that house and destroyed it. And we ended up getting stuck in an Airbnb. That was completely unexpected. And then right at the right time, we just so happened to end up at this house. This house wasn't even ready yet when we were out looking for houses. So it wasn't ready for us yet. So the universe had to hold us off for a little bit until this house was ready. See what I'm saying? So.
And it's so weird too. Like, we walk by that house all the time, and it seems like for some reason they cannot hold like residents, or people will move in and then they move out within, seems like months, not even very long.
There was one that looked like a single guy. Looked like he's about my age and had like no furniture or anything. I think he may have had like a couch in there. Maybe
How would you even see that?
Because they would leave the doors hanging wide open.
Oh, they had a bed in the living room?
I just remember seeing a couch in the living room. I would imagine that he would have to have a bed. But yeah, they would leave the doors.
Is that both your spreads?
No, this is the next one. They would leave the doors hanging wide open. So I don't know. Weird energy in that house. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what soon is, but I probably, if I had to say yes or no, I'd probably say no, not soon. Because when I say soon, I'm thinking before the year is over, the next couple of months. And I'm just not really seeing a lot of energy supporting that in the next couple of months. Unless you really get in there and manifest the shit out of it. You know, say affirmations with your prayer beads, write that shit on some paper, sleep on it, burn it under the full moon. You know, like, you can manifest it, but if you don't do anything to really change the energy of the situation, probably not soon.
I really don't think you should be manifesting on the full moon. I think you need to be manifesting on the new moon, because the full moon is a cleansing. I mean, I guess you could cleanse out old beliefs or old habits, cleanse. It's just like a releasing, cleansing thing. And then the new moon is when you want to manifest new things into your life. That's my opinion from what I've gathered so far. And I wonder if that's why they try to tell everybody, oh, full moon, manifest, but you might actually be working against yourself because you're technically like clearing that. If you're like trying to manifest on the full moon, maybe you're actually like releasing it. But it really does depend on your intentions. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, but you just never know when the new moon is. How do you, like, you got to set your calendar for that.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
can't look up in the sky and be like, oh, it's a new moon today. Like, where's the moon? I only know when it's a full one. I don't know about the new one.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I wanted to say about that house down the street. I'm just so curious, like, why can nobody stay in that house? I wonder if there's something going on. I wonder if it's like scorpion infested. I wonder there's just like bad juju in that house.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we don't live there because something's going on. It's something fishy and weird.
We weren't even able to step into it.
And plus, if squatters were in it, they could come back and then they know how to get in your house and they know your layout of your house. Like, I don't like that. All right. Short wait times. We only have 2 more people here, so that's about like 10-ish minutes. If you wanted to get a question asked, you won't be waiting very long. So next we have Vanessa, who's an Aries. Hi, Rich. I'm an Aries. I'd like to know if a romantic relationship will develop between the Scorpio man and I am interested in. We are currently friends.
That's a energetic combination you want to be careful with. Aries and Scorpio. And fire and water, man. It's always a challenge. Let's see what the soul contract is. 2 of Cups reversed. Emperor. Uh-oh. 5 of Wands. 7 of Wands. I don't know if that's part of the soul contract. I think this person is a very near and dear member of your soul family. And you all have had many lifetimes together where you have played very close, intimate roles in each other's lives in past lives. But I don't think a long-term, permanent soul contract, I don't think there is one between the 2 of you in this lifetime. But that doesn't mean that if you really, really want to, you can't make that happen anyways. I would just say be careful. Be careful with it. Like I said, just sun sign placements alone, Aries and Scorpio, very challenging. Very, very challenging. Let's see. This person, I guess, their feelings, energies, and intentions. Tower reverse. Queen of Swords. Ooh, you got a Knight of Wands here. 7 of Swords. Careful with this person. Careful with this. Now, there's the same card I just held up in the last spread, 6 of Cups. I think he does feel that feeling of soul recognition with you. But I don't think this is somebody that you can fully trust. I think there is more than likely somebody else in the picture that you don't even know about. If you do know about somebody else in the picture, there's even somebody else other than that. I think he has a lot of stuff that he keeps to himself. Has a whole other double life that you don't know about. So that's not part of the soul contract. It's for a relationship to develop. But one thing I read a lot that comes across my desk all the time is two people who don't have a soul contract for this lifetime, but they have a really strong soul tie from past lives. And then they come together and try to make a relationship happen, in which case you want to be careful. I think this person's a little bit sneaky, a little bit deceitful, not really somebody you can fully trust. Probably has ulterior motives. So just be careful. Be careful if you all do end up trying to take it to that level. That's not contracted for this lifetime.
Okay, next we have Alex, who's a Pisces. Is my boyfriend cheating on me? I found girls' eyelashes in his truck last week, and he's trying to gaslight me, saying it's mine when I know it's not. Oh, snap. Us girls, we know our eyelashes. We know what eyelashes we use. So, buddy boy, don't even try to do a fast one on us. He probably thought, oh, she'll never know.
Well, my thing is, as a dude, how would you just default to that? Like, oh, that's yours. Like, he pays attention.
They don't pay attention. That's probably why he's like, oh, it's just yours.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would imagine myself in that, if I imagine myself in that situation and I'm innocent, and you said, what's this eyelash? Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. How did it get in there? Is it yours? Is it Nevaeh's? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't immediately default and say, oh, it's yours. I don't know how to explain it. But let's just see.
The mystery of the eyelashes.
Might want to call Scooby-Doo for this one. Well, I'm not seeing anything indicating cheating, lies, or dishonesty.
Maybe it is your eyelash and you forgot.
I don't know. Or maybe you were at a friend's house and sat down on her bed and her eyelash got stuck to your butt, and then you got up and carried it into his truck. I don't know. So far, though, I'm not seeing any cheating or infidelity, but well, that you're gonna have to get that energy in check, though, because that energy right there will demolish a connection completely. See what the second spread says. Six of Swords. Karmic Wheel. Okay. Well, now I'm not seeing any lies or deception here. I'm not seeing any energy indicating that. I don't have a Seven of Swords. Here's Seven of Swords reversed.
Oh, snap.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So either take a second look at your eyelashes or maybe ask your friends. Like I said, maybe your friend's eyelash got stuck to your butt and then you got in the truck or something. I don't know. But
maybe it was a windy day and he had the windows down and I don't know. That'd be funny. All right, next we have Sarah. It says, Sarah's a Taurus. Is now the right time for us to begin with each other, Aries? Do you need more details?
So, no. Here, who's the Aries?
Probably the other person.
Well, it should begin naturally and organically. Yeah, Karmic Wheel. So when you have a soul contract with somebody, it begins as soon as we connect. Every part of the soul contract begins from the minute we connect. But there's past life karma here. So Taurus and Aries, whooey, shooey, dooey, and louie. That's going to be a challenge. Yeah, I don't think there is a right time, wrong time to begin with each other. When you all meet and connect, that's when it begins. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by begin? Are you all in the talking phase or something? Or that's something that should kind of happen naturally and organically by itself. But damn, dog. 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups reversed. Taurus and Aries, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be, those are like two. It's funny being neighboring signs like that. Those are like polar opposite energies. You know, one is the most sporadic energy in the entire zodiac, and the other is the most stuck, stubborn, and stable energy in the entire zodiac. And we put them both together. That'd be interesting if you could figure out how to balance each other out. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by the correct time to begin. As soon as you all connected, that was the initiation of the soul contract. Karmic wheel again. 5 of Wands again. So don't go too slow and don't go too fast. Don't try too hard to control the rate in which things are moving. If things kind of naturally feel like they're moving kind of fast and you try to pump the brakes and it doesn't slow down, then just let it roll. If things are moving too slow and you're trying to speed things up and it doesn't seem like things are wanting to speed up, just let it go the way it naturally wants to go. This is a karmic contract. So I would just recommend doing the best you can to just let things flow. You're dealing with an Aries, so you never fucking know what they're going to do. You never know what an Aries is going to do. They'll just wake up one day and flip on you, you know? So.
All right. Well, that is our list
All right.
for today. And yeah. We'll be back next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Same time.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. See you later.